Now that Mr. Laurent Gbagbo is captured, what do you intend to do with him?
We intend to bring him to justice, you know. We intend to bring him to justice, you know.
Can you elaborate a little bit more on that?
I mean, I cannot really elaborate because investigations are going on. The International Community Court are going to bring a prosecutor in the next coming day to come in, investigate, see what's going on. Ourselves, President Ouattara asked for the Justice Department also to move on, and certainly in the next few days and week we're going to see exactly what charges are against him. But anyway, he is going to be brought to justice, and that's why President Ouattara insisted that he stayed alive, he be taken alive, because all the world and the population of Cote d'Ivoire has the right to know what happened, why such criminal things were done. Was that just for power, for any other things? The whole African country, the developing world, the people going after democracy have to see what went on and how we can prevent that.
Now, what are the key issues of getting back to normal life? Specifically, I'm talking about a security and humanitarian issue in Abidjan here.
Yes, it's a very serious problem, as you know, because arms have been distributed
to
young people. I mean, kids age 15, 18, you see, you know, all these heavy weapons, and they're playing with it like toys. You know, and they're killing, you know, friends, members of, you know, whoever, and all these killings are done based on religious, ethnical, or political criteria, things that we cannot accept, you know, in any place in the world. And so now,
humanitarian organizations on the ground right now.
They are on the ground, but they are trying to do whatever they can, which is not easy because you have to access the refugees. The place is still insecure. What we're doing right now is that we're trying to help the humanitarian organization access all refugees, all people who are in need of help anywhere in the city, and they are doing a great job. I have to say that some money was raised from the United Nations. They're raising, I think, $300 million. 130 will go for the refugees in Liberia, and another 160 will come here for aid to the population.
Other countries such as France and
yes, other countries also have given aid. Donors country, you have France, you have the US, you have Japan, you have the European Union, Germany. I mean, there's a lot of countries who are helping. And I would like to seize this opportunity to really thank them all.
I believe the Republican forces are doing a great job in cleaning up the suburb. You guys have a plan by Monday, 18th of April, I believe, to start all the activity with the government. Is that correct, right?
Yes, that's right. We called to resume work on April the 18th. We think that by then, the Republican force would have cleaned up most of the part of the city. Now we know that the airport is under our control, the port are under control, all the key sites, and mainly the central bank, because one of the key issues will be to reopen the bank. We've been closed for months now, and all that is really under control. The railway is, you know, on, and most of the things we think that by Monday, maybe we'll have a slow start, but by the end of the week, we think that everything should be on, and we should certainly come back to normal life.
What about the general who used to work for Mr. Laurent Gbagbo? Have they surrounded themselves?
Yes, and as you know, we're talking about security issues. The Republican forces, army forces, so they are not securing people. That's not their job. It's the job of the police. And you know that most of the generals, the police department, the army have all surrendered to Alassane Ouattara. And in the next few days, the policemen, the gendarmes, all of them are going to take control of all of the cities, and we think that security issue will be really dealt with.
We come now to our last questions. What are the key challenges facing President Ouattara after Laurent Gbagbo is gone?
I think that a country that has been divided
so much
for the past 10 years, and also after this post-electoral crisis, the first thing was really reconciliation. Reconciliation, because only reconciliation can bring peace, And without peace, there is no development.
So by basically creating a commission of truth.
Yes,
truth
Alassane Ouattara put it. The president said that he was going to set up like what was done in South Africa. In fact, even I think called President Zuma to ask for advisors, so on and so forth, to set up a Truth and Reconciliation Commission to see, what we can get out of that to really reinforce the process of getting back to peace through reconciliation. This is really a key aspect. Reconciliation is going to be done in all areas and through all channels.
And the second key to that, which is good governance, and can you tell us a little bit about that, please?
Yes, I think that President Ouattara is very often also quoting President Obama on the speech he made in Accra, Ghana, when he said that Africa needs strong institutions, not strong men. So strong institution will be a key strategic area of the battle that we will do. And
like great transparency,
yes, democracy,
justice,
transparency,
rule of law,
accountability, rule of law, all these key things that really make a great and a big nations. I think that we're going to work on that. It will be a very, very important thing. Education will be also something important, because we need to draw lessons from what happened to us, so that never again. So that in every single person's mind, the words never again stay there forever. From after what we've lived, after what we went through, when we will hear the more violence, we hear the word crime or anything like that, the first guy who will talk about that will be thrown out of the country, I can swear to you. So never ever again, so that we think that for these things never to happen again, you need to have these strong institutions, but you need also to have well-educated people. So education would be key. And
what about agriculture sector?
Yes, the economy sector in general, that we are quite strong in agricultural sector. Like we're the first world producer of cocoa. We're growing also rubber, pineapples, so many cotton. And I think we're going to reinforce the agricultural sector, the manufacturing sector, the banking sector, the high-tech sector. I mean, there's so many other sectors.
That's very important, particularly for creating jobs for young people.
Yeah, and I think that that's maybe one of the things, the main lesson we should draw from all that happened is that, 75% of the electoral body was made out of young people aged less than 35 years old. Can you imagine?
That's incredible.
I am telling you. And Laurent Gbagbo was able to do what he did, all this bad, because he really indoctrinated these youngs through propaganda and all that. At this age, when you are jobless, you're ready for any kind of credit thing, you can jump in. And if we really want to get out of that, for a long time and a lasting period, then we definitely need to create jobs. This will be the biggest challenge facing our nation in the next few years coming in. As long as these kids will be occupied, working and doing something, there will be no time for them to go and do any carrying gun and doing any crazy things.
Mr. Minister, we now come to the end of our World Edition. But until I see you next time, I will leave you with this quote by Abraham Lincoln. Elections belongs to people. It is their decisions. If they decide to turn their back on the fire and burn their behind, then they will just have to sit on their blitzers. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it for now. See you next time on TCI, the channel and the only channel of peace in Cote d'Ivoire. Thank you.